Hello everyone, this is Neox and this is my Let's Play of Tomb Raider Classic 1996 PlayStation emulated Tomb Raider. Anyway, so left off right where we were before, just found some important items for the next thing. I actually found out I went a bit out of order compared to what the strategy guide felt I should do, but it's probably for the better because, like, literally the next thing I can do, I can find not one but two secrets in some underwater passages, which is going to be a bit dangerous. So it was good that I saved immediately before I started performing that task. So, yeah, because this is the next thing I need to do right here. Right, so and the strategy guide provides some nice visual clues, although I kind of wish there was more throughout the thing, but, you know, whatever. Gotta set up a nice swan dive here. Try to get this over. She can actually hold her breath pretty long, despite no, I don't really have much of an idea where I'm going. You know what? I'm gonna go up and catch my breath real quick because I don't really have much of an idea as to what I'm doing. One thing I missed from Tomb Raider 2 that's not in this game, I mean, the thing I missed the most is just having a weapon I can use underwater. Especially in later levels, because that becomes relevant to my interests. So, anyway. I don't know if I'm going right where I need to... No, this is not where I need to be for secrets related. I think this is where I need to be normally, but this is definitely not where I need to be in terms of finding secrets. So, I'm going to head the other way. I think I needed to make a right turn right after the initial passage anyway. So I think I was headed in the right direction by going over here. See, it's supposed to be a lever somewhere around here. Aha. This is running precariously. Right, I need to go and get some air, like, right now. Okay, so... Might have been... Yep, here we go. I'm dying. And... Our first death, everyone. And a disturbing one at that. Wow. Okay. So it can start me over at any of those other places or at my current position, which is probably at my spot at my last save. Yeah, I need to look at my little stretch guide here again. So I'm supposed to... Comes to a T, swim to the right, follow the tunnels, it slopes upward. Top is a flooded room with numerous square pillars. Swim between the pillars on the right. Head for the back right corner, find the lever in the wall below the carved stone faces, pull it to an open trapdoor above. Swim up to the open trapdoor and climb out of the water. Inside is secret number 1. Huh. I didn't see anything. Well, it's probably the point that I didn't see it. But anyway, yes. So, multiversal theory. We're now in a universe where something different could happen. And in the infinity of the multiverse theory, Lara Croft has died a lot. You know, I think there's a fun theory somewhere that states that the reason action heroes appear to be action heroes is because you're following the universe that had the probability that despite that if you had a 1 in a billion chance of success, you're in the one universe where they succeeded repeatedly. I always thought that was kind of a fun idea. Alright, so curve around the corner right here. Look behind the stone pillars to the right here. Oh, this one. This is a bit different than the other one that I saw. Because I think that was off to the left a little bit. It would have been nice to know that this is here, because this is a much shorter path to air. So I'm guessing that this is some kind of storage room. Given these sacks of probably whatever it is probably, if it was supposed to be edible, it's probably unfit to eat by now. And we started over again. Okay. Alright, that was secret number 1. Secret number 2, which I think is also available down here. Down forward, trapdoor toward the opposite far left of the underwater room. That was actually the first lever. And I saw the door opened in a different room. Then I'm supposed to go all the way to that room that I saw before and go behind the secret door. I just hope it's not timed or anything like that. Alright. Into the breach. So where's that other lever? It was somewhere around... Yeah, right here. Okay, there should be enough time to get all the way to the other side. Yeah, once he gets past this, chewing through water pretty quick here. I mean, air. I wonder if I go through less air if I'm still, and more air if I'm... No, it's about the same. See, it just completely resets once I surface. And this is the door right here. Which includes ammunition to a weapon I don't have. Neat. Alright, and that was secret number 2. Terminator 2, they just had like statuettes you could find. But I guess they wanted to limit the number of, not overload you too much with medipacks and bonus ammo and limit it a little bit more. I thought there was supposed to be a bear in this room. Maybe I'm thinking of a different room. I thought this was the area I was supposed to go to next. Apparently not. Anyway. Let's see, skull room. Oh no. The next place I need to go to is the locked door. Trap, yada yada. I want to see where my next secret is. It's toward the end. Alright, so the next place I need to go to is the locked door. So yeah, I guess this whole thing was just here to look pretty and provide some secrets if you could find them, or kill you if you couldn't, which it did. So, locked door. Which is right here. That's a very large lock. More skulls. Nope. More greenery. Ah! Nope. How did you get behind me? Just more random greenery. Okay. Oh, sliding off things, the bane of my existence. Okay. Actually, the bane of Lara's existence is gravity and wolves. Yeah! I think it's about time to start chewing on some of those metapacks. Well, maybe the small ones is half health and the larger ones was more. 3 doors. Ah! Jeez! I thought there was another one of you. Is that just like a oh, yeah. Got me confused for a moment there. I like how even though it's doing is just hiding the limitations of the PlayStation's like ability to generate the area in front of you, that it's actually just like darkness revealing the area and then the light coming in as soon as you're closer. Oh, wonderful. Absolutely marvelous. Really tired of the graphics not being able to keep up. Of course, I'm not certain if that's just the emulator I have or if this is just the game. I did have to to play up all the options in order just to get this bloody thing to run. As far as rendering graphics go, I don't know. Maybe I need to play with look at it again. Maybe there's some other settings I could do in order to improve the presentation of this. One thing I miss about not being able to use the Steam version is that there are mods you could use to the game in order to allow it to fit on a display that I can use on a modern system. I would say like an HD presentation or something like that. I don't know if that would be technically accurate. Main theme. Like much of the rest of the soundtrack, I love the main theme. Though also like the main theme of this game, I like Tomb Raider 2's better. Tomb Raider 2 is just such an all-around improvement that it should be, if it were a movie, it would definitely be one of the best sequels ever made, I think. Whew. Almost made it, but, you know, going down just means I go into the water. Is there anything in the water? Maybe I can wait to find out later. Just gives you such a wonderful sense of literally everything that this game and the franchise is about. I honestly haven't played any of the newest games for Tomb Raider, but they seem to be going in a very action-oriented direction. And I know that there's the Uncharted series of games, another group of games I haven't played and would probably like to play at one point in time, but it just seems like, you know, as a fan of Lara Croft and Tomb Raider, it seems like I'm getting everything I'd want to get out of Uncharted out of, like, Lara Croft's game. Including the newer games, which seem to be taking a much more action-oriented bend. And I would really like to see a modern Tomb Raider kind of go in the direction of, you know, look more like Tomb Raider 1, 2, and to a lesser extent 3. And just have, like, here's a giant area you can explore, some guys you have to shoot just scattered in, just go nuts, and, you know, that kind of thing. It's the kind of thing I adore about this, but, you know, I'm not gonna blame them over the fact, you know, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Again, I haven't played a lot of the new stuff, and I'll probably enjoy that for their own reasons. Probably because it's not as different as I think it is, or because it's different but in a good way. And that, you know, has happened to me a lot. And I mean, there's certainly a lot to improve on in this game. Like I said, the levels in this and the 2D animated things seem to be held together by paper mache and spackle. It's just... Indeed. I hope it's not a time door, the absolute bane of my existence. And hey, more ammo. Shotgun shells, and the one I got before is magnum clips. Just for a closer look at it. Graphics do seem pretty neat, but only in the sense that it looks like it went through, because when you owned a PlayStation 2, it was backwards compatible with PlayStation 1, and you could kind of smooth out the jagged pixel edges. And I really like that look for a lot of games, especially these. Some of the earlier games it looked better with, some of them it made it look worse. But, you know, especially Tomb Raider 1 and especially Tomb Raider 2, it made it look a lot better, in my opinion. Nice little red roof right here. Ah, didn't grab on like I wanted to. Well, I guess we're going through. I think on this level I can find the shotgun too. I think it's somewhere on this level. You know, this is exactly the kind of area that I sincerely sincerely miss having the save anywhere aspect from the Steam version. God. Crap. Okay. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do if all of these things end up dropping. No! And it looks like I'm going to have to answer that question somehow. So now what am I going to do? Oh. Crap. Well, let's try this. Well. Success! Hard to argue with success. Maybe it was designed in such a way that it would be more difficult to do it by going from solid ground to solid ground, but easier if you're able to go through one of these. I don't know. What benefit would I have to go? Is there like a different area? Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, I definitely could go from solid ground there to solid ground over there, but it looks like it would involve a much more complicated series of jumping, whereas if I just run across to that platform over there, I could actually run across over there, but if I, fail, I'd have to go through a much more complicated series that would be immediately lethal because I wouldn't fall into the water. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. That's what makes one of the things that makes Tomb Raider brilliant, in my opinion. Level design is brilliant, especially in these first few Tomb Raider games. Especially, again, Tomb Raider 2, which is still, in my opinion, one of the best Tomb Raiders. Wasting my infinite ammo. No, Lara normally has long hair. It's actually a lot smarter, I think, in order to have it up in a bun like this. In Tomb Raider 2 and beyond, she has it in a long braid, and I think she was supposed to have it in a long braid in this, but they apparently couldn't quite do that. But honestly, I think it seems like this would be the smart. Having it the way that she has it now would be like a much smarter thing to do. Like if you're a woman and you're like like a fighter in like wrestling or just any kind of fighting league or whatever, it tends to be smarter to have short, less grabbable hair. Ooh. Save crystal. Well, just as well, this would be a good place to end things, and well, I want to go behind the crystal. There we go. That's not entirely necessary. I actually want to get a good look at her face. Yes. Good enough. Won't let me do it. Fine. Do things your way. Alright, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Take care, and hope to see you next time. Goodbye.